Ah, caring about what people think. Now there's a twisted little game, isn't it? You see, you humans, you're trapped, aren't you? You're stuck in this delicate dance, tiptoeing between the desire for approval and the fear of rejection. It's a joke, really. You spend your life chasing the opinions of fools, terrified that if you don't, well, you'll become an outcast. And nothing scares you more than that, does it? But here's the real kicker. You're not even chasing your life. You're chasing the one they've planned for you, and what they've planned sucks. Trying to fit into this neat little mold society's handed you, and what do you get in return? A crap life, a life of quiet desperation, a mediocre life at best? Oh yes, mediocrity, the grand prize for following the herd. You know the type, overweight, broke, and divorced. But hey, at least you're safe, right? At least you're accepted. You see, it's easy to care what people think when you don't even know what you think. You let their opinions become the soundtrack to your life, and soon enough, you've forgotten your own voice. But there's a price for that. You lose something precious. Call it your confidence, your spark, your fire. You're so busy living their expectations that you forget to live your own life. But don't worry, you're not alone. Most people are doing the exact same stupid thing. It's a lot like those crabs in a bucket. You know the story. One crab tries to crawl out, but the others, oh no, they can't have that. They pull him back down. Sound familiar? Every time you dare to live a life outside the norm, there's always someone ready to yank you back in. It's not even because they hate you. No, it's because you scare them. If you break free, then what excuse do they have for staying trapped? And they can't have that, can they? You want to escape the bucket? Find your fire. You can't care about everything, so you've got to find something you care about more than their opinions. You want to stop worrying what they think? Obsess over something that makes their judgments irrelevant. Pursue something that burns inside you so hot their words turn to ash. But here's the truth you don't want to hear. Most people, they don't think about you at all. They're too busy worrying about themselves. The average person is so wrapped up in their own insecurities that your existence barely registers. You're dancing for an audience that's not even watching. Oh, and let's talk about that little inner circle you keep, shall we? The trusted few, the ones whose opinions still hold sway. Ha! It's a trap, you know. You narrow the field, but even then, you're still bound. Their expectations become the walls of your prison. You start living for them, tailoring your life to meet their standards. And in the end, you're still not free. But you tell yourself it's okay, because at least they get you. But no. The only way out is to decide for yourself. Create your own core values. Live by your rules. And when you do, you'll notice something funny happens. People start to like you for it. Isn't that ironic? The more you stop caring about fitting in, the more they're drawn to you. Because deep down, they wish they had the courage to do the same. Now, you want to know a secret? The game's rigged. You spend your life chasing validation, scrolling, posting, waiting for the next hit of approval, but it's a casino, and the house always wins. Every time you seek that external validation, you're training your brain to depend on it, and soon enough, you're trapped, hooked on the opinions of people who don't even matter. You become a puppet, and they're pulling the strings. Let's look at a guy like Andrew Tate, one of the most hated men on the internet. You think he cares? He's got it figured out. Whether you like him or not, he doesn't give anyone the power to control him. Not their praise, not their hatred. He's free in a way most people will never be. Because as long as you let others dictate your emotions, they own you. And here's a sobering thought. None of it matters. In a few generations, every single person who judged you, who stopped you from living your life, they'll all be dead. Gone. Including you. So what's the point in living for them now? Why let their opinions control you when they'll be dust soon enough? No, this isn't about being morbid. It's about realizing that time is running out and the only opinion that matters is yours. You've got to accept yourself. Oh, but that's the tricky part, isn't it? You're so afraid that what they think might have a grain of truth to it. That maybe, just maybe, you are weird. Maybe you are a little broken, a little lost. But here's the beauty of it. Everyone is. The moment you accept that, their opinions lose their power. You want to be free? Learn to accept yourself, accept your flaws, your weirdness, your imperfections, because when you do, there's nothing left to fear. What can they possibly say that will hurt you when you've already accepted the truth about yourself? And don't be afraid that self-acceptance will make you complacent. It's the opposite. You can't grow until you accept where you are. Hate might drive you for a while, but it burns out. It's self-acceptance that gives you the strength to change, to improve. So here's the punchline, folks. You're living your life for people who don't care, in a world that's indifferent, chasing approval from ghosts. And all the while, the clock's ticking. You can keep dancing for them, or you can step off the stage and create your own story. The choice is yours, but remember, no one's watching. Not really. So why not live for yourself?